So what is the most elemental, basic form of microlearning? I call it the micro actions. And if you go back to earlier videos, I mentioned about the diagnostic mind, which means that the learner is always quickly, unconsciously trying to accomplish something, find a problem, fix something, where are the answers, how do I test the answers, and what's the feedback. And then they're also constantly doing successive approximation or trial and error. What they're doing, I'll test this, it doesn't work, I'll test this, it doesn't work. These two things simultaneously happens together, overlapping with each other because of the nature of the diagnostic mind. So when you develop content for this, whether it is content by a documentation or content from an individual or content from a group or content from a video, it has to be very, very simple. And I call it very simple. Number 3 points. Number 1, you need to have a start. I call it a header. And the header must always say quickly what would happen if you don't fix the problem. Consequence, because it's really why important, why they want to fix it. What would happen if that particular equipment doesn't approach productivity of 350 degrees? What will happen? Or what will happen if it goes beyond that or below that? Consequence thinking. Second part is the answer, and the answer smacks directly to that. And then finally, the final one would be the question, like, how do I know it works? And how do I go feedback? And then they loop it over and over again. They might look for other micro content, but this is very small. It could only be like about 30 words. It could only be like 40 words. So imagine somebody texting back to you an answer to your question. That's a micro action, helping them to do something quickly. Whether it's learning or not, there's a lot of argument, a lot of different point of view, but let's focus on the usefulness of the content. And consequently, they could learn or they may not learn. In most cases, they don't care about learning because they solved the problem. Next time, they may not remember that, but because it is easily accessible as a micro action, they're likely going to be able to solve their problem because of that. Now, they may have 200, 100, 50, 20 different micro actions. It doesn't matter. What's important is that they access it in a very short way of doing that.